is Business Rockstars. Starting a business, finding the money, what you need to know to become a rockstar entrepreneur.
Every day on the show, I like to use quotes, and I like to use my favorite quote every single show. I'm going to use it right now in this segment. It's from Leo Buscaglia. The only thing certain for us is to change. The battle change is a waste of time. To trust change assures ourselves and our business of life. And change is so important in everything you're doing. I'm Ken Rutkowski, Business Rockstars. We're here to help you start, grow, and fund your business. And joining me, because she has come up with a brilliant idea for the show on a regular basis, is Lizanne Falsetto, who is the creator of Think Thin, which is a huge nutrition lifestyle company.
Thank you.
Right?
Great to be here.
And
Yeah.
you brought some?
I brought a lot of bars for everybody.
You know what's funny is the minute you came in here, it's almost like do you remember when you were a kid? You probably didn't have this, but we had the milkman come to the door, right? And it was, oh, the milk's here. And for some reason, it was a big deal early in the morning. Other parts of the world, they actually have someone that delivers fish. You were the Think Thin girl that walked in here, and we all ran to get the Think Thin bars. So
there you go. Yeah, they're gone.
That's how fast they go. Everyone loves them.
Yeah, that's what happened.
But you came up with a brilliant idea a couple of months ago saying, I know some amazing women from the YPO chapters and the groups I'm part of. Why not bring them and
celebrate them?
Let's do it. So what's the segment that?
Yeah, so today we have an incredible woman, Debra Fine, and she is a 6-time CEO.
How do you do that?
Again, another 6-time CEO. Now, I asked myself, so how many times do I have the CEO title? Well, mom CEO and
huge title,
and one title CEO. But welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Deborah just was hired in August as CEO of I Have a Dream Foundation. And you've been an entrepreneur for how long?
Since I was about 25.
25.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
so
when I started my first company. Oh, just last year, of course.
What drives you as a female entrepreneur?
What drives me is passion. So I have to truly believe in what I'm doing. And from the start, it's been children's and families, education, media, products. And coming from a marketing background, it's about being creative.
Right.
And, getting people what they really want.
Right. But you knew that early on, right? Which is interesting because all 6 times as a CEO title was within that mission, right? Everything that you had was about children.
Oh, wow. So you dwelled specifically within those passion points.
Pretty much between media and products, and yes, with children, families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting, right? We haven't had somebody like that yet.
No, because most of them are very diverse. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
They go where the opportunity is, which is cool, but you have been exactly in those passion pockets, and that's good.
Well, it's very eclectic. I mean, I've been everywhere from, a VC for Michael Milken's group to a CEO of 2 startups to an executive at Disney. So it is pretty eclectic, but they all are within the children's, family, media, entertainment category. So it can look very eclectic, but there is a common thread.
So from a public company, running it differently than a CEO of a VC. Tell us about that.
Well, it's fantastic to have been on both sides.
Yeah.
So when you're running a public company, everything is about the shareholders and making sure with, all the laws that you're following, all the controls. And it's very exciting because you're on the road and you're going to shareholder meetings and you're watching your stock price go up. And so it's extremely exciting,
Which company was that?
Or down.
Or up, yeah. It was Small World Kids.
Small World Kids.
So I took Small World Kids public, bought 2 companies into it. And so that was the first time I had taken a company public and run it and everything else.
Doesn't it get a bit confusing sometimes because now you have 2 customers? Because you have the actual customers that use your products, and then you have the shareholders as customers. It gets kind of difficult, doesn't it?
It does and it doesn't. The reason it doesn't is because the bottom line is you're there to do your best for the company. And that means for your client. My client is the consumer, but I always have to keep in mind whatever I do that's out there, that's public, anything is going to reflect on the company. And my shareholders are very important, and I have to create value for them. It can be a little bit difficult because there's some things I might have wanted to do in the long run that I end up doing in 1 quarter because, we need to get that done. And the stock price does well and it helps the shareholders. But overall, I tried to run it pretty true to what should be done for the long term.
Running a public company would be it's just unbelievable. I look at it in the quiet periods every quarter and how you have to manage a quiet period, and then the press comes out and attacks you. You know, you look at it and you say, why did you go public, right? What was the reason why you went public?
We went public because, one, the investors wanted to, but mainly it's that I bought a 40-year-old company, Small World Kids, 40 years of the best high-quality toys on the planet, I think, for infant, toddler, and preschools. And so it was the perfect platform to be able to go public and then buy other companies with the stock. So it made a lot of sense for growth. So it was a lot of work, but for growth and buying other companies, it was perfect.
You're here with Lizanne Falsetto at Rockstar Women, and we're here with Debra Fine, and we are excited to celebrate her new position that she has with a Dream Foundation.
I have a dream.
I have a Dream Foundation. Tell us about that.
Wait, before you go there.
Sure.
I'm reading your bio.
I told you it was eclectic.
Well, this is really, I don't mean to take you down to a different path.
No, go ahead.
You were shot multiple times last year.
I was.
A year ago.
I was.
And you're here.
I am here.
What happened?
I had actually stopped running a company, and I was with the kids, being CEO mom. And so all I was thinking about is driving the car, not about what work I was running to. And I saw a man in a Kevlar vest who was going to shoot 2 women. He had just executed his brother and his father in the house, set it on fire. And I saw him. I'd been bullied when I was a kid very badly, and always wondered if I was weak because of that. And that's why, as a woman, I wanted the titles and the strength. And that day I saw a bully, and I just put on the accelerator, went between them.
Amazing.
He looked at me, death in the eyes, and shot me 5 times, 40 times into the car, but 5 times. And I'm the only survivor. And there's no reason at all that I'm sitting here today. And I thank God, because I have twins. But it was after that I really wanted to go with the dream, which I've always had. I'm very creative with writing and singing and doing all those things, to get on the nonprofit side and to also help stop or end, the cycle of poverty. And, kids from a young age end up having mental illness because they're not getting help. So I attacked it from becoming the CEO of I Have a Dream, which is adopting kids in the 3rd grade in the most at-risk schools, taking them all the way through high school, giving them college scholarships.
Right.
And instead of 43% graduating, we have 93% that are graduating in Watts.
That's an amazing, amazing number. So let's do this. When we come back, may I ask both of us to go into a direction? How about the people that can't have a foundation or a nonprofit, but they can do good with their businesses to make a change? Is that possible? Can you help us with that?
Absolutely.
And Lizanne.
Yes.
Can you run a publicly traded company?
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, and I knew you were going to say that, because emotionally too, there's a lot of stress there. So when we come back,
whole different ballgame.
Debra Fine, we're going to learn what it takes to actually. How about you become a conscious capitalist and go in that direction? Lizanne Falsetto, she is the host of Rockstar Women. When we come back, we'll dive into that. And of course, your questions, your comments, 855 Rockstar. I'm Ken Rutkowski. You listen to Business Rockstars.